everyone, this is MNL2 and welcome to Knott's Berry Farm's Taste of Fall-o-Ween event. Now, if you guys have not heard of this, then, well, first of all, I should tell you that California is still in a state in which none of the parks are really allowed to open. That includes Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland, Universal, Legoland, those two. But Knott's Berry Farm has done something really cool this year, and in fact they've actually opened up the park for people to be able to come in, and you're basically given this thing right here. It's a menu. Basically, if you buy a regular adult ticket, then you get 5 meals. So you get to pick 5 items on this entire menu right here, and you just get to eat them. So yeah, it's literally just an outdoor food festival type thingy. I'm gonna be taking you guys around the park. They also have the whole park decked out with Halloween decorations. There's also this cool thing called Camp Snoopy Trick or Trail, which is a trick-or-treat trail in Camp Snoopy. I'm not gonna pay the extra $8 to do that, however I will walk through the trail. But if you were to actually get candy, then you do have to pay extra for that. But yeah, so it's kind of interesting seeing all these epic looking rides here, and none of them are open. I'm walking through Silver Bullet's Cobra Roll, and I've got a Silver Bullet shirt on here, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and check out the park, check out some epic foods, and yeah, we'll do stuff. Let's go. Luckily for me, even though the rides aren't open, that will not prohibit me from doing a few things. Touch and coaster nuts. Oh, and of course, bench. I will say, Silver Bullet, even though it's not the most impressive ride out there, especially compared to other B&M inverts, it is still probably the most iconic and amazing centerpiece roller coaster at an amusement park. So yeah, it's still a beauty sight here. So yeah, that's kind of epic. It's cool that they have all these tables or all these extra tables and chairs, so you can literally eat just about anywhere in the park. That includes directly in front of the entrance of Ghost Rider, as well as all along this fence right here. So although unfortunate, I cannot ride Ghost Rider over there, even though that ride's overrated. Yeah, I said it, what are you gonna do? I can still enjoy some nice food next to it. So I got these chicken drumsticks with some sort of sauce on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a try, just because it looks good. And yeah, that's Ghost Rider over there. Oh well. Oh my gosh, guys, look, Ghost Rider doesn't have a line. Guys, let's go on Ghost Rider. The best. Oh wait, hold on, is my lens dirty? Nah, I don't know. It's the best wooden coaster in the world. Oh my gosh, so much airtime and so much laterals and stuff. No. It's a fun ride. It's very fun. I do like it. It's one of my favorites here at Knott. But it's not the best wooden coaster ever. I said it. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, that's right. Hey, you guys see this? Pony Express? Notice how it's closed. That's exactly how this ride should be. That's exactly how this ride should stay. Closed. Yeah, I'm sorry, this ride... Honestly, this isn't even Pony Express. This is Human Torture Device, the ride. I've said it. This thing has the most interesting and unusual restraints I've ever experienced on a roller coaster. Also, there's been rumors that this thing is gonna close down at some point soon and might be replaced. So, if that's a true rumor, then I would be perfectly okay with that, considering that this coaster sucks. But yeah, so I would like to see this thing get replaced, because it's a horrible ride. Okay, that's all. Except that's a pretty smexy little turn right there. Yeah, this turn right here is kind of interesting looking. So this is a nice area over here. I have no idea if you can hear me or not, because this waterfall is really loud. But they opened up this little pier looking thing for you to just walk over and take a look at this epic waterfall. Because yeah, cool. Water is epic. There's also plenty of little hand sanitization places, booths, setups, whatever you call them. What is the word I'm looking for? Stations. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, like that. So that's pretty cool. Also, I'm not gonna lie, probably because I hate the ride so much, so I never really, or I always try to avoid it. But I don't think I've ever actually taken a look at this launch system over here. Not exactly I'm not exactly sure what type of launch it is. I'm guessing it's like I think it's a flywheel. I'm not sure. I know Montezuma's Revenge over there has a flywheel launch, but I'm not sure about this one. I don't think this is hydraulic. This can't be hydraulic. It's way too slow for that. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should do my research. But yeah, that's cool. There's a launch system here. It'd be cool to see it actually like in action, but obviously that's not gonna happen given that every ride is closed. But yeah, it's still cool. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to be socially distant, but I don't think locking yourself in this sketchy wooden box is that necessary. So this guy looks like he's taking social distancing a little too far there with this turny wheel thing. It's cool. They just kind of stuck the front of the train here. The rest of the train is nowhere in sight, but okay. And also we've got Calico Mine right over here, just kind of sitting there, chilling, relaxing. Also, I'm not sure if this applies to the entire ride, but it appears that Timber Memeton log rides final drop and turn over here have their water turned on. And like I said, I don't know if the entire ride cycle is turned on. That seems like a bit of a waste of electricity and water, but I mean, you know, it's cool. The waterfall's on for us to see, but it's even more cool that bench, and also bench. Well, I already know I can't ride it, but it would still be very epic if they could just send a train every now and then, just to do some routine testing, just to hear it scream. I mean, even if they tried that, it would probably break anyways, just because accelerator has a horrible reliability. But yeah, look, it's accelerator. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of adorable. It says hang time line states here, and there's two tiny little skeletons just chilling, even though the line is over there, and the entrance is over there, but you know. But anyways, hang time, epic coaster. Unfortunately, it's closed because it's better than Ghost Rider. Yeah, I said it. Ghost Rider over there, though. I mean, you know, that coaster is also kind of bad, but you know, hang time.
Stay 6 feet away at all times. Beware the invaders of personal space.
This is epic. If I wanted to, I could literally just sit and eat underneath Supreme Scream's entrance. So that's how many benches and, well, not benches, that's not a bench, I'm sorry. That's how many like tables and chairs they have everywhere. They have them so close to the actual rides themselves. It's pretty crazy. You know, something I never really paid attention to, and it kind of bothers me now that I pointed out, the helix, or the first helix on Jaguar, is not centered with the temple or this fountain right here. Or pond fountain. Yeah, so now I can annoy all of you who are now realizing that this helix isn't centered. You're welcome. All right, now this is an underrated flat ride. This thing's actually incredible. This thing usually doesn't have a long line when it's open, but I would say it's very underrated indeed. It's such a good ride. Oh, and there's Jaguar's 90,000 car train just kind of sitting on the service brake over there. And Montezuma's epic loop. And of course the beautiful silver bullets. And Supreme Meme. Just trying to imagine what it would be like if the park was actually this empty while the rides were operating. As you can see behind me, there's literally nobody here. I mean, like at this point, I think that I've seen more employees walking around the park than I have actual guests. It's like, literally, look, it's just so, like, they've accommodated so many benches and tables sitting 6 feet apart, but almost all of them are empty. So I'm just trying to imagine what a day at Knott's would be like if the park was literally this empty with all the rides operating. So hopefully the park does reopen sometime this year and they open with limited capacity. And if they do open with limited capacity, then hopefully it will look, in terms of crowds, it'll look something like this. And oh, look at that. Got some nice epic friction wheels up there, or drive tires, whichever you want to call them, Silver Bullet. And you know what? I'm right here, so I might as well touch and squeeze those coaster nuts. Yes. Since I enjoyed the sound and smell of the waterfall over there, I've decided to come over and eat some pumpkin spice churros for my second meal or taste. But yeah, so yeah, I came over next to the relax zone. Yay.
When a duck flies upside down, he quacks up. Sorry. Are you expecting a baby? Is it a boy or a girl? Would you like to find out for sure? I've never been wrong. What's your first name? And your exact due date? The 12th? Okay, give me a second. Look at my eye. It's going to be triplets. Oh, girls, congratulations. This is exciting. Did you hear the news? All triplets. Wow. Nice to meet you. Bye, Everett. I love you. Give me an ock, Daddy. Ock.
Interesting stuff.
Ock. Thank you. Hi, you're back. And you're good.
Alright guys, so this is MNL2 and this is your little engineering slash math slash physics lesson regarding accelerator here at Knott's Berry Farm. And this really goes for any instrument hydraulic launch coasters. Why is there a plane in the sky the moment I started recording? Okay, that's just great. Well, anyways, these models, these instrument hydraulic launch coasters, they're very advanced and use a very epic technique called gravity. I know, right? It's crazy. But basically, if you can tell, here, let me try to hold the camera as flat as you can. As you can see, this bar right here is perfectly flat. But if you look at Accelerator's launch track, you'll notice that it is going at an upwards angle. It's ever so slight, and the reason is because in the event that the train is unable to complete that little top hat over there, it's going to roll back because of gravity and land on this launch track. As you can see, all these brake fins are currently in the up, which is the default position. And basically, the moment after the train clears all these brake fins, they're all going to shoot up. When you engage the launch, they'll all drop down, and then they'll immediately shoot up right after, so that if the train rolls back, these brakes will stop it. However, these brakes are programmed in a way, well, I guess they're not really programmed, they're kind of positioned and fixated in a way in which or I guess it's not just the brakes, but it's also the angle of the track. This angle upwards is actually extremely important because basically it's calculated so that if the train rolls back and hits the brakes, then it has to be able to slowly roll its way all the way back through the station. The brakes are going to stop the train if it rolls back. The brakes would stop the train about, let's see, maybe about like right here or so, if the train were to roll back. And obviously it has to get the rest of this way back to the station to reset and relaunch, because it can't just launch from right here halfway through the launch track. But as you can also see, it's kind of hard to tell from this angle, but there's literally no type of mechanism. There's no drive tires and these are just brakes. These are not LIMs, as in like motors that can move the train. These are only brakes. So there's no mechanism of actually moving the train. So after it comes to a complete stop, well, almost a complete stop, then it basically lets gravity, because since it's tilted upwards, then going backwards, it would be going on a downhill slope until it reaches the station, and then they can reset it and relaunch it. Yes, that's how Accelerator works. And all hydraulic launch coasters. So something that I just noticed, if you can look at the ride vehicles here, for example on Wipeout, If you look right about there, they've actually prepared these rides already for reopening in terms of social distancing. I'm guessing that every seat on this side of this one particular flat ride Wipeout is closed because obviously Knott hasn't actually reopened in terms of its rides ever since what, like March was the last time it was open. So you can see that they've already prepared their rides here for reopening, so they really want to get the park open. I do as well. I'm guessing this isn't the only ride that's like this. I just kind of caught my attention. I'm sorry if the GoPro can't really pick it up because this doesn't zoom in. Well, the setting I have it on right now doesn't zoom in, but basically there's stickers on the back seat of each of these rows that say this row is unavailable, and it has a little tagline that it says we're all in this together. So they've clearly divvied up some of these rides here to comply with social distancing. Also Sky Tower or Sky Cabin's up there because yeah, why not? People like to tell me all the time that I'm tall, but you're clearly taller.
What do you mean I'm tall?
Well, I mean, like you're like your legs are
How'd I get up here? When did I get up here?
How tall is your dad?
How tall's my dad?
Yeah.
They're about 3.5 feet tall.
Oh, all right. It must be a medical issue. Did you ever get it checked out?
It costs money. I just deal with it.
All right. Seems legit. Yeah, people say that I'm tall, but nah, that guy's clearly taller. It's interesting to think that since Hang Time has 3 possible trains to operate, they've somehow, I don't know if you can see it, but way back there's a storage building. There's one train sitting outside of it, but I'm not sure that that one little building is big enough to fit the other 2 trains, but you know, I guess they just figured a way to make it work. Okay, that's cool. So if you guys were not informed, then here you go. Basically, the last time I was here, this was known as Voyage to the Iron Reef, and it was some Trial Tech Dark ride where you went around shooting underwater stuff. I didn't really understand the ride myself, but basically this was announced a while ago, and they redid the ride to make it themed back to an old flat ride this park used to have several years ago, known as Knott's Berry Tales, and then they stuck on the Return to the Fair at the end. I'm not sure if you can actually see that sign from here, but there's another sign up here if you can see that. I think that one's a little bit more visible. But yeah, Knott's Berry Tales. So I'm pretty sure, to my knowledge, they actually completely finished this ride and it's ready to actually be ridden in and, you know, ready for opening. You see, like, they literally did all the decals here, and they even have more posters about social distancing, so they're clearly ready to open this ride. And it's kind of a shame that they did all the work on the ride and it's not even able to open because of the closure of all the rest of the rides because of the virus. But yeah, that's cool. It's also interesting how, no offense to Knotts or anything, but it's also interesting how little they really did with like the queue and stuff. Like, I feel like they could have at least put like TVs and more like more theming to the actual ride, but they kind of left this like steampunk iron bar setting. Like this is how like Voyage to the Iron Reef felt. Like this was like valid theming for Voyage to the Iron Reef, even though there's not much here. But I'm just mostly talking about like the actual queue fences. They look like these little like steampunky pipes. So, you know, that's it's interesting that they didn't really care much about the queue. I'm sure the actual ride itself has been greatly changed and much improved. So I'm kind of interested to check that out eventually when it reopens, because last time I rode this, it was Voyage to the Iron Reef on its last day of operation, and that ride kind of sucked. But you know. Yeah, cool.
Use of your imagination. Now there's another wall over here on this side, and let's say you take another paintbrush and you paint it red. All red, nothing but red. Now, you're either staring intently at the red wall or intently at the blue wall. Red or blue. I'm going to point to you in a loud voice, tell everybody here which wall you were staring at. Red or blue. Really loud. Shout it out. Really loud. Okay, don't be angry. Okay. All right. I heard blue. Now do you want to change your mind or do you want to stick with blue? You want to stick with it? Everybody, she chose blue. This is amazing because we've never met, and yet I knew that you would choose blue. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Wow. You all need to get Netflix. Seriously, you're entertained by that? No, seriously, I knew you would choose blue because I was sending you a message. You will choose blue. You will choose blue. You guys don't believe me at all. Take a look. You will choose blue. Yes, give it up for Vicky. Oh my goodness, incredible. How was that done? Okay, there you go. Thank you. Appreciate that. There we go. Larry, away. Larry! Yeah, stop showing it to him. Just walk. Give it up for Larry, everybody. Oh, he doesn't even work here. All right. Are you ready in there? I'm going to bring out my lab assistant. He's a little shy today. If you would, please give him a big round of applause. Let him hear it. Nice and loud as we bring him out here onto the stage. There he is. Yeah. We got nice people, huh? How many of you have seen a ventriloquist before? Say yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll do something else then. Okay, let's see. How many...
Wonder what it would be like if this entire overflow queue was filled. I didn't even know that Montezuma's Revenge had this long of a queue. Like, I really didn't know this was even here, but I'm just kind of looking at the finer details of the rides, you know, considering that they're not operating. And yeah, I just kind of noticed that Montezuma's train is actually in the store, or in the station, I mean, with the gates partially open. I don't know if you can see, but the gate is partially open. I don't know why. Wow, they even kept a little thing. I don't know what this is, a serpent, dragon. Wow, look at all, you can actually see all the wiring inside that thing, but it's actually still on. It's very simple, just, you know, it's tongue moving, but you can see in there, it's wiring and stuff is all exposed. That's pretty cool. I apologize for not being able to zoom in, but I also, like I pointed out on Wipeout earlier, you can actually see the little stickers on the seats where Knott is preparing for, once again, the social distancing on the rides. So yeah, Supreme Scream also has those same stickers. There's one on that side, there's also some on this blue one right here. So they are completely prepared for all the guidelines and stuff for when they actually reopen the rides.
From all of us here at Knott's
And there's another
Farm,
announcement.
We're glad to have you join us for
Epic.
a taste of Fall-o-Ween.
All right, everybody. This epic Knott's a Fall-o-Ween vlog wouldn't be complete without a RMC guy food review. So even though he's not here, we're still gonna do a virtual RMC guy food review. So you can see him right there. There he is on the camera. So I got this epic pumpkin cookie sandwich thingy, and I'm gonna go ahead and hand it to RMC guy real quick so he can food review it. All right, ready? Here you go.
There it is. Alright, that worked. Okay. Hey guys, it's RMC Guy. Welcome back to another episode of RMC Guy Food Review. I'm your host, RMC Guy. It sure is good to be back, even though life happened in 2020. So here we have an ice cream sandwich. We have it right here in our hands, and here we go. RMC Guy Food Review. That is pretty darn good right there. The flavor really brings it out.
He started lagging on my end. He froze for a second.
This is really exquisite taste. I really enjoy the flavor. You can really get a lot of the cookie. You got the flavor, you got the cookie, you got the ice cream.
Even though the real one's pumpkin.
Everything we need in an ice cream sandwich is right here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on another episode of RMC Guy Food Review. I hope to be back in the parks with MNO2 Contriver as soon as possible, but until then, stay hungry.
All right, though, thank you guys for tuning into this RMC Guy food review. As you see, he clearly took bites out of the sandwich, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and I'll see you guys later. So here at Knott's, they actually have a lot, and I mean a lot, of penny presser designs that you could get.
There's something you must learn. One thing's guaranteed is the bet will never die. You might find it floating around and shooting across the sky. Don't you panic. And test your strength and see the pretty girl at the carnival. You won't believe your eyes, believe your second guessing, guaranteed to mesmerize. But if you got the gold and want your fortune told, lady, it's more than